Hey, it's Matthew Ewell from Leading with Nice, where we want to help you and your team inspire others, build loyalty, and get results. Now, today I want to talk to you about gratitude. I'll tell you a quick story. So, a few years ago, NBA superstar Kevin Durant won the league's most valuable player. And you can imagine this was at a time when the likes of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and others were in the NBA, Steph Curry. So the competition was fierce. Now, typically, when people win an MVP, there's a lot of talk about their hard work, their dedication to being number one. But Kevin Durant did something different. And this was at a time when one of his sponsors were running commercials about him being the nicest guy in the NBA. What Kevin Durant did was this. Over the next 25 or so minutes, he thanked each player on his team individually. He called out what specifically they did, from Derek Fisher, who he said he looked up to younger players who inspired him by the way they came to the gym, so energetic. But he wasn't done there. He thanked the coaches, personal trainers, therapists, etc., etc. At the 15-minute mark, he said, I know I've already thanked a lot of people, but I have just a few more. He thanked his family, others who had inspired him, and it went on. At the end of it, he had thanked 42 people individually. Now, the interesting thing about this is the Oklahoma Thunder that year were a good team, but they were against some strong opponents. But they overachieved. They did better than what was thought they might do. And the reason they did this because Kevin Durant, as their leader, really inspired his team to do better than they should have. Gratitude is a really interesting thing. According to a Monster.com survey, over 60% of us feel underappreciated at work. And the same research found that feeling underappreciated leads to a 40% drop in productivity. So by simply appreciating your coworkers, your reports, you can increase productivity. What's also really interesting is people think, oh, gratitude is only needed for people that don't have important jobs or don't do really high-end work. But the opposite is true. Research has shown that people who earn an income of over $150,000 feel just as good about being appreciated as they do about their right to vote. So to put it simply, one of the building blocks of our democracy is just as important to people as being thanked at work. Showing gratitude at work is actually very easy. We're not talking about holding celebrations or annual dinners or President's Club. We're really talking about walking by somebody's desk and saying, hey, that project you worked on, thanks for your good work on it. Even if inside you feel, well, this is their job and they should do it anyway. Are you any less appreciative that they did the work? Of course not. You should appreciate that people do their best on things. And we're also not talking about, annual bonuses or giving out, stock options. We're talking about sending a quick note on a Friday afternoon saying, hey, I really appreciated the advice you gave me or the way you spoke into this project at the meeting. That was great work. Keep it up. I look forward to more projects we'll work on together. But here's one of the biggest secrets about gratitude. People who say they have bosses who show them appreciation, those thank yous are worth $3,000. People actually feel that the value of a thank you is $3,000. So if you're not saying thank you to your employees, you probably have to pay them more to make up for that lack of your simple inaction. The good news is building a quality of gratitude is really easy. If this doesn't come by you naturally, here's a few exercises you can do that will help you build and increase your capacity for gratitude. The first one you've probably heard before, and it's keep a gratitude journal. I know it might not sound very business-like, but this works. Every day, write down just one sentence of something you're thankful for. Hey, glad to have dinner with my family tonight. Really happy I finished that report. Got a phone call from my mom. It was a great conversation. Just very simple. And write it down. The act of writing it down or tapping it into your phone is important to embed that gratitude quality in yourself. The second thing is this. If you don't feel especially appreciative one day, try paying for the coffee for the person in the line behind you. or at the drive-thru, pay for the person who's next in line. Do a random act of kindness. That will really boost the same chemicals you need to show some gratitude. I would love to help you and your team build qualities of gratitude that would both be equal to earning extra money, to being more productive, and basically increasing the bottom line. You can reach out to me here on this platform or via my website, leadingwithnice.com. We would love to help you and your team inspire others, build loyalty, and get results. See you next time.